6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. What a night to be celebrating after last night. So I'm really looking forward to doing this. We'll quickly run into the comments, though. Welcome back, Ches. It's great to see you modern again. Leslie's obviously there as well. Scott obviously waiting to come on the show. Ches, obviously so happy Ches is back. I've seen you for ages, mate. We've been having a bit of a natter before we got the show started, which is nice. Everyone was doing that, weren't they? Just get it in, man. I think I woke my kids up a few times last night. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed. Hey, Dad's made it. Peter's back. I've not seen Peter Griffin for ages. Hey, Jezza. And Jules is in the house as well. And so is Mogul Blade, even and all. Right. Let's start bringing them in. Dan is parked up.
I am parked. I'm across the street from the barbershop, but I'm an hour early, so this works out great.
Brilliant. I love it. And Scott not honestly.
Mind the gap.
I wasn't going to go down that road tonight, but Scott just kind of like went straight through that red tape and didn't look back.
No, never do, mate. Never do.
Oh, man. And making his second appearance, and hopefully not his last, we have the Don.
Don!
How are you doing?
Nice.
The Don is in the house.
Good to see you, Don.
Yeah, how are you doing, Superfan?
Good. All good. Much better today.
Honestly,
that's not product placement, by the way.
I don't know if anyone saw my TikTok, but I had like Vince McMahon strutting down the stairway like he does in the rest. That was me walking into work this morning to all the Leeds fans. Everyone came into us. You was a rugged lucky last night. I was just like, yeah, that's what quality buys.
I think the word is persistent, not lucky.
Kevin.
Persistent.
Just better finishes, really.
Yeah.
We are going to talk.
First time my missus has ever watched Match of the Day.
Really?
She wanted to know what all of the noise was about.
Brilliant. And there was plenty of noise in everyone's household, I bet. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was a throwback to the 90s. But before we get into it, I want to say well done to the club for what they did with Joe Willock.
Absolutely.
And also to War Flags with the flag of appreciation to Joe Willock as well. The no racism in football flag. Unbelievable stuff. And then, is this the reason why Tonali maybe might not be at his best?
I've been wondering it. We've been saying she was going to drop any day now.
Yep, and she did. So Leonardo Tonali, I mean, that's just got a footballer's name written all over it, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
If he's not a footballer or a painter, there's something seriously wrong with that name.
He plays centre back.
Yes.
Yeah, future centre back. That's right.
Yeah, we could do with one, couldn't we? They're just getting booted up now. But maybe, I mean, in all seriousness, Don, I mean, I've had 2 kids. Dan, you've had kids. Don, you've had kids. Scott, you've got kids as well, young kids. You know, going through, even when I was at work, your mind was elsewhere, wasn't it? So could this be the reason, Don, to why maybe Tonali's performances have dropped recently?
Well, I mean, when my eldest was 6 weeks old, I got sent out to the Gulf for 7 months. So I didn't really get to do the whole losing sleep stuff, but certainly had my mind on other things when I was away.
Yeah.
That distraction, that worrying about your little one. And then my youngest was a sickly little baby. We spent quite a lot of time in A&E, and there's never a second that goes off your mind. So fair play to the lad for being on the pitch, to be honest. I'm going to scribble off anything I've got to do with Tonali's movement last night.
Well, the fact that he came off as a halftime substitute, it was just kind of like,
I said
okay,
that as well. Did he run off to the
all right.
hospital?
But then to see this morning, I mean, maybe she went into labor, because there have been already reports that Sandro was in the dressing room for the final picture, for the victory picture. I haven't seen it. Has anybody else seen it?
Well, we've got it. We'll have a look.
Well, but my thing is, perhaps she went into labor and he was just like, right, I've got to fuck off for a bit, and I'll be back. I'll be back with news. So
that was basically what I tweeted out. It's the reason why he came off at half time was it because he had to run off to the hospital or whatever. But there you go. But Scott, it does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely.
It totally makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely makes sense. He was putting a good shift in as well, to be fair, I thought.
Yeah,
he wasn't at his best again. I mean, Don, obviously you scribbled down a lot about his movement and that, and it obviously all changed in the second half, which we'll come to a little bit later. But we do have...
Yeah, as I say, I can give him a pass on that, because if your missus is sitting in the stands ready to pop, you're probably not thinking straight.
No, definitely not. Obviously, there's been sad news, unfortunately. Obviously, Kevin Keegan being diagnosed with cancer. Nobody knows how serious it is, or obviously it's serious, but we don't know the level of it. He's obviously had the treatment.
Or what kind?
I know. It's such a sad thing. And Elton, Elton Wellesbury, he's reached out to me and said, do you want me to come on and do a piece about Kevin? Because he obviously knew him very well from his Liverpool days.
Sure.
And I said, we'll sort something out, but it's a bit raw at the moment. But I wanted to go around you guys and just have, I know he's never going to see this, but, your best moment of Kevin Keegan. And I'll start with you, Dan.
Well, for me, my best moment, I mean, he was the manager of Newcastle United when I started following the club. I replaced him in Championship Manager. And
then sold Rob Lee.
And then sold Rob Lee, that's right. And bought Julian Joachim. So, but no, I think my best Kevin Keegan memory, I think, and it's recent. It was in May when we were in Newcastle. Not May, January. Sorry, we went to a talk-in, and he was the host, obviously, or not the host, but the featured guest. And everything that's been said about him is spot on. You hear the talk-ins or the book signings where he's stayed hours after the queues are gone and everything, in order to make sure that every fan and everybody who's present gets the time with him that he needs. He never shoves anybody off. We were meant to have a half an hour break for him to do an autograph session at that talk-in. That half an hour break became 90 minutes. And then we went on past, and then he was still there at the end taking pictures. So it goes to show the level of the man. He's a Geordie legend for us through and through. He's a Yorkshireman, but he's a Doncaster Rovers fan. He's the reason why I also follow Scunthorpe just for fun. I adore Mighty Mouse just because when you're in his presence, you don't feel like you're waiting for time with a celebrity or something like that. He's genuine, and he makes you feel like a good person when you're standing there.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott?
I mean, I think it's got to be the interview. I'd love it if we beat that. That interview, it just sums him up. Do you know what I mean? It's the passion. It's it's the character. We don't have none of them in football these days. I mean, Mourinho came close, but literally, it's just the absolute we did it. It was just fantastic. And then when they scored, and you see the pictures of him just flop over the board, and you just knew he lived it with us. Do you know what I mean? It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you had to bring up the interview, didn't you? Everyone's brought that up to me today. And I remember, what about his 2 Ballon d'Ors when he was in Germany for Hamburg? What about everything else he did? Why did everyone have to bring up that interview? The rattle, he got rattled. It's brilliant, though, wasn't it?
Amazing.
Don, your best moment?
For me, I mean, I don't really see him as a best moment. What I love about Kevin Keegan, well, he wasn't just a fantastic player, but when you saw the way he interacted with these younger players, the lads coming up from the academies, the guys taking their first games for him, he put no pressure on them whatsoever. He was, it was almost like he was that dad giving them a tap on the shoulder. You're gonna be all right. Get out there and play, and don't worry about it, sort of thing. And I think he developed so many players and allowed them and gave them that time to just be the best of themselves without any pressure. And I think there's quite a few footballers that have got him to thank for the careers that they've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well said.
Yep. Well said. Mine's sort of a best moment. I mean, everyone will remember this day. This was when we beat Leicester 7-1 at St James's Park. That little circle there, that was where my very first season ticket was. Being able to look over the wall into the Gallagher end. And I mean, I never ever thought I'd ever get to meet Kevin Keegan because I wasn't one of those ones who was lucky enough to be able to go to the training ground in Durham and stuff like that, where I lived in Whitley Bay. And my dad worked shifts and stuff like that and played golf on a Saturday. So, my passion for Newcastle United still went through my dad, but, we just never did that sort of thing. And back in the day, there was no technology, was there, to be able to get in touch with your heroes like there is now. But I finally got to meet him at Pontefract in a charity dinner. And everything you mentioned, he was that. He literally signed everything. Everything people put in front of him, signed him. Every question he was asked, he answered it. I asked him if he would come on the channel, and he said, "Look, son, I would love to, but if I did it for you, I'd have to do it for everyone." Because that's the kind of person he was. If he did it for one person and he said yes to me, when he's asked the next time, he's just got to keep saying yes and yes and yes and yes. And by that point, you'll be just over flooded. But, he got me into football. Ozzy Ordelis was the first manager I ever saw. But when Kevin Keegan came and he bought Peter Beardsley and he bought Rob Lee and he bought Andy Colin, then he bought Shearer, he bought Ferdinand,
Philippe Albert.
Just a lot of them. He was just absolutely a genius, a man manager. And the football we played, like I say, I mean, these young'uns these days don't understand that last night was almost every weekend.
Right.
Last night was a joy to win a game 4-3 again. But, we've not seen those games. We used to see them almost, David Kelly. I mean, his transfer story about how he got sold and Peter Beardsley came in instead of him was just brilliant. Just the way he let him down. He said, "I hope you're buying someone better than me." And then he went, "Well, yeah, Peter Beardsley." And he went, "Oh, all right. See you later, Gaffer." I'm off. Nice knowing you.
Well, the fact that he sold to the board that Peter was younger than he actually was.
Oh, what a guy. And we wish him obviously all the best. And we really do hope it's not as serious as what it can be. So,
well, he's a giant. He'll beat it. I don't want anybody. While it's sad news to get, at the same time, it's not necessarily a death sentence. We don't know what kind of cancer he has. We know he's going to start treatment. And he's a big enough man. He's a giant. He'll beat this. We're going to have Kevin around for a long, long time, and I look forward to it. I look forward to shaking his hand again.
I really hope so. I really do. It's just look at that. We'll come to that a little bit later on. Right. I just want to give you a teaser of things that we've got. Right. Shit first off. It really was, wasn't it? It was an absolute shocking first half. I didn't think we got out of any gears. I thought we let Leeds absolutely pressurize us. And the goal was on the cards. It really was. And do you know what it is? You won't know this, Don, but last night we had a Leeds fan on called Gilly. He was brilliant. And we did a mixed 11. And we had a split 11 down the middle, Leeds and Newcastle players. Everyone in the chat was going, "You got far too many Leeds players in there." Last night proved to me again that Leeds are in this league fighting for their lives. And yes, the goal comes from a bit of a mistake, but they forced us into that mistake, didn't they, Don?
No, actually, I don't think there was anything wrong with how the team played in the first half. I've defended Eddie thoroughly in every conversation we've had. But last night he got it wrong.
Yeah.
He set us up far too narrow, trying to go into the centre. It all got clogged up. When we've got two of the fastest wingers and decent players in the Premier League, and he missed a trick, and he fixed it in the second half.
He's supposed to be doing his own bloody show, not coming on here and trying to get me in trouble.
I did tell him I was on here tonight with you, so he's probably he's watching it at the same time.
Brilliant.
No, it was all that they deserved, Baz. I mean, Leeds were up for it, and it had to be the American, didn't it? It had to be Brenden Aaronson. And when we were on with Gilly, I mentioned him and said, he's a dangerous guy. He's quick. I watched the match at the pub yesterday with a Leeds fan, and he said Brenden Aaronson has scored 2 goals in 55 games, and now he's scored 3 in a week. He's that kind of a player. He's just going to happen. He's going to have his purple patches, and we just came up against him last night at the wrong time for us.
Well, yeah. Well, he played a great game against Man United as well last week when he scored.
Exactly.
And it's just the worst thing about it was Malik Chow who slipped.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant for us, but last night I don't know whether he was having a kid as well, maybe in the next couple of days, because his mind was off it as well a little bit. And someone said they didn't have the right
unlucky.
He was unlucky.
I think he was just unlucky. The slip was just one of them things.
It is.
And then the penalty, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm presuming that Eddie's going to have a new training tactic where you shove the player over and get him to handle the ball.
We'll come to that a little bit later on.
Well, I said to my mate at the pub, I said, are we wearing our firm boots? It looked like with all the slipping all over the place, was the ground too wet from the snow that you guys have had in the last week? We obviously didn't water it before the match. I'm just wondering if the ground was too soft and we were wearing the wrong boots or what it was, because we were sliding all over the place.
Yeah. It was one of those ones, wasn't it? When he saw the ball get a little bit out of his reach and he went to go for it and he just fuck.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all done it. And it's just, you just pray he doesn't score. I mean, he finished it well. He smashed it in the bottom corner. But that did wake us up a little bit, just a little bit in the first half. And we obviously get back into it. Some say it was a scrappy goal. I thought it was a well-worked goal.
It was.
Yeah, very well worked. Ball comes in from the right and Gordon does brilliantly to keep it alive. And he knocks it over the defender's head. Just slides a lovely little ball into Voldemort's feet, who had his back to goal. And instead of trying anything silly, just laid it back off to Barnes, and Barnes just calmly slotted it into the bottom corner. And I think that's 6 goals now, Dan, against Leeds when he put that one in, or was it 7? Maybe 7 total.
6. I think it was 6.
That was his 6, wasn't it?
But you're absolutely right, Baz. I mean, it was. I commented in our chat. I was just like, "Oh, look at that! Gordon was on the right." But that double. Well, I was complaining to my mate, saying, Gordon's meant to be playing on the left. Barnes is meant to be playing on the right. And if you watched the first half, Gordon was playing up underneath Voltemata. I mean, he was playing more central.
Like I say,
but that double tap to get control of the ball, put it up over the defender to get it over to Nick was just sublime. It was just wonderful touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott, your thoughts on the goal? I thought it was a beautiful finish.
I thought it was well worked. I think Gordon showed some class. He was composed. They all were, to be fair. What we expect of them. Really well worked goal. Voltemata did the number 10 thing of holding it up, playing it off. Didn't try nothing fancy. Didn't panic. Played it off to Barnes. And you expect nothing less from Harvey Barnes. Unreal. Yeah, good goal.
Don, this is what frustrates me when people get on Gordon's back, because they don't actually realise he doesn't get the assist for that, but he might as well have the assist because he was that good in that build-up.
Yeah. It's a shame, really.
It's one of those ones. It's one of those ones where you look at it and every single one of them played it perfectly.
Yeah.
And I've been going on about Baltimore and Wiss are playing together.
Yeah, I
And
know.
the
We
more
all want to
I
see it.
see the way the more I see what Baltimore are holding that ball up, picking the nice pass, the old sensible stuff, heading the ball on, the more I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The old little and large. Shearer Bellamy.
Aye.
Oh man, yeah. We're not going to see it while there's no one.
Big Dunk and Shearer.
Yeah, big Dunk. Yeah, little, another large.
There you go.
Credit to Leeds though, they bounce back again and go ahead.
Another Malik Chow.
Yeah, I mean, what did you make? I mean, I just couldn't believe we shot ourselves in the foot right before half time.
Yeah.
That was the frustrating thing about it. You know, I thought that was it. We got our equalizer. We're going to push on. We're going to get in front, and then, boom, we're in trouble again. I can't remember much of that goal, to be honest with you, because I think I was throwing my phone around the room and smashing the couch and throwing the cutlery around. Everything was going at that point, to be fair.
It was just an unfortunate mistake. Unfortunately, you know, the young Chow was committed the foul. I mean, committed the handball, and it's one of those. I said it was harsh, you know, in the pub to my mate. I was just like, you know, you hate to see it given against us. You would love to see us giving it for us. It was just, you know, it was the run of play. It happened, and you just have to pick yourself up and get on with it. You know, it had to be Calvert-Lewin. You know, what is that? His second furthest out in this season for him. You know, of his 9 goals or 8 goals or whatever I mean, the furthest 2 goals he's scored from the goal line have been from the spot. So, you know, it was an unfortunate circumstance to go in to halftime down like that with that kind of a for lack of a better word of a penalty against us. I mean, you know, I was trying to say being penalized in that way, but I mean penalty. So there you go. It was just unfortunate, and I think it gave us the kick up the backside to come out that second half and just go all guns blazing.
Was it a foul though? This is the thing that everyone's been saying. I mean, the angles we were showing it on, it was a bit of a weird one because it looked like he was trying to dive and head it, but everyone's saying he got pushed.
Yeah, so when he actually the referee blows, and I think if the referee doesn't blow, VAR doesn't give that.
Yeah.
When the referee blows, you can see Chow jumps up and says, "He pushed me, he pushed me."
Yeah.
And now for me, the whole thing with the handball in the box. One of the things is hands in a natural position. If you're falling to the ground, your hands naturally go out to stop you putting your face into the tarmac, don't they, or the turf. So his hands were in a natural position. I think it was really, really harsh. But you know, as Dan says, if we'd been given it, I wouldn't have been complaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been complaining, but I like to think I have a bit of a level head when it comes to opposition penalties and things like that. I just don't think it's a pen. I just think the referees seeing his hand hit the ball and not realize the situation, how it's actually happened, how he's come to it. For me, it's ball to hand, not hand to ball. Is that even a thing these days, though? No one knows what the frigging handball rule is, do we? So
again, the problem is once the referee gives it, it has to be a clear and obvious error for it to be turned off, and it wasn't clear and obvious error. So as I say, if it's not given, I don't think it would have been, but because it was, we were landed.
Yeah, I mean, even the commentator said, Scott, I think it was Don Hutchinson was not Don Goodman. He was on, and he's a Yorkshire sort of boy, so he wouldn't have been favouring Newcastle. And even he said this will be overturned. And
the only thing is, if you go back a couple of minutes before the penalty, Joelinton actually gets fouled. And then he gives the foul to Leeds to put to put the ball in the box. And I thought, how have we gone from Joelinton getting fouled, Leeds getting a free kick, to put the ball in the box for the penalty to happen? So actually, when you go back, it should have never have happened anyway because Joelinton was fouled, actually.
Yeah. So could they have gone back to that? How long from the foul to the ball going in was there? Because obviously it's phases of play, they call it, don't they?
It is, but I just don't get how Joelinton gets fouled. The ref says, "Oh, hold on a minute, Leeds have got the lead. It's a Leeds foul," and then they put the ball in the box. I don't, and yet again, I don't think it was a penalty either because it looked. I mean, like you say, natural reaction. You go down, you put your hands out to save you. Yeah. You know. And how many of them have we not had this season?
Yeah, that was the frustrating thing for me. It's
And
the first thing I put out on Twitter.
If we can pull up 5 or 6 handball or dodgy decisions that we haven't got. So it's all about that word consistency again, isn't it?
No such thing, is there? No such thing. Joelinton nearly got himself sent off right at the end of the first half. Now, we were obviously on Mac and Cabby's channel, and he said we were going to get beat 3-0 and there was going to be a player sent off. He was close on one of them because Joelinton, I tell you what, he's just got this streak in him, hasn't he, Don, where he'll get himself so fired up, no one can control him. It's just like, geez, I was like, please, someone calm him down, take him away, because we're going to go out to 10 men here.
Well, that's exactly what Tonyali did, and he's the guy who calmed the whole situation down. But to be honest, when you've got a player like Joe, you know, we love his passion, and
we do.
You kind of expect to turn it off at the flick of a switch.
Yeah.
To be honest, after he'd just been royally fouled, and then he's booked for simulation when he was, you know, it wasn't a penalty, but there was contact.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can understand why he kind of lost it there. Like,
yeah, that's the frustration, Dan. When you watch things like that, it's not a penalty because the contact's not enough to reward a penalty, but that contact still could be enough to knock you off balance.
Absolutely.
The problem is, if you're Joelinton, he shouldn't have been trying to get a penalty, because I think he looked up and was like, come on, that's a penalty. He should have just went, I've gone down here. It's too soft. I need to get up and get on with the game.
Yep. No, you're not. There's nothing to be added there, Bas. You're absolutely correct.
Thanks.
I just felt for him because, you know, you could tell he's trying to win something, but I take umbrage with every one of them that falls down and starts throwing their hands in the air. I mean, we saw that with Gordon, what was it, against Burnley, where he spent a whole bunch of time on his backside constantly complaining for a foul. It was just like, just get, you know, brush yourself down, get up, get on with it. And, you know, when the referee sees that when it's been adjudged that we've been fouled, we'll get the foul. We don't need to be looking for it. We don't need to be asking for it. You know, so agreed.
Yeah, brilliant. And then halftime, we make 2 substitutions, very good substitutions in my eyes, bringing Botman on for Chow, because Chow was obviously on a yellow card as well, running a bit of a tightrope, so probably a sensible substitution. Tino coming on for Tonali and moving Miley into midfield was a masterstroke, but Eddie Howe doesn't have a plan B, does he? So I thought they were absolutely fantastic substitutions, and straight away, Don, it made a massive difference because we started to look more ourselves in that midfield, didn't we?
Well, that was it. The changes forced him to play the wingers, to start getting the ball out wide. As soon as he started putting the balls out wide, total game changing. And up until the point where Shaw gets injured, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
Newcastle were on top.
Yeah, I've got some news about Fabian Shaw as well, which we'll come to when we talk to that. We get our equaliser. What a header. What an unbelievable... Again, Miley chasing a loose ball.
Oh, my.
You know, not giving it up, keeping it in. The Leeds players looking at him going, he can run after that. He's not keeping that in. And when he does, danger straight away. Pulls it back to Bruno. Just
some of our players the way that they've been playing this season would have seen that as a lost cause. And you know, Lewis Miley going after it, I was just like, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. And then for him to stop it the way he stopped it, just watching watching that corner of the ground just get geed up when that ball stopped. On a dime, boom, right there. No, it was fantastic. And then for him to send that ball into to Bruno, it
was just a little knockback, and that outside of the right foot. I mean, only Bruno can do that in our team, and it's not a cross that you would expect to see from the situation he was in. But the header was superb.
I can't wait for someone to do an edit that shows Naby Solano's goal against Everton and Bruno's assist to Joelinton's header right there. I'm sure someone's going to do it with the outside of the right boot, just the stab, and it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, and that header, Shearer would have been proud of that, Scott.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, do you know what it is? It was like rolling back the years, wasn't it? Yeah. It really was like rolling back the years. I want to see somebody put the Titanic music behind it, because what an absolute header. And from bloody Joelinton, like, You see,
He's been on fire since he's come
we were saying
back.
on the last show, keep your gob shut, get fired up a little bit, but look at what you can do. Unreal.
Do you think it's fair to say that the tempers simmered just a little bit there? He felt he got his just desserts. He was getting something for his efforts, and okay, now I can come down a little bit.
And I mean, he did see him have a conversation.
Did you see him kick the ball into the back of the net when he scored?
Yeah.
That's it.
Boom! I did it again.
Yeah, but he did have a bit of a chat with the referee, and he seemed to have a smile on his face at that point. So they must have sorted something out or whatever it was. But
he's probably scared to leave the stadium, man.
Yeah, he's probably thinking, do you know what it is, mate? I'm going to get you in that car park later on, and I'm smiling now because I'm going to get you. Yeah. And no one's knowing what we're saying. No one's lip reading this. You're in trouble,
I'll fucking have it.
Oh man. So when it got back to 2-2, I thought, right, here we go again. We're gonna kick on. No. But again, there was actually a bit of a warning sign as well. That I mean, the game started opening up and it was going backwards and forwards. It was for a neutral to be watching that game. That's what the Premier League was all about.
Agreed.
And when Nick Pope came to collect that cross and missed it, and I think it was Aaronson, or was it who was it? Justin got the header and it hit the crossbar. I was like, right, there's your warning. Yep. Let's not, do anything stupid. Then there's the Shaw challenge in the box where Calvert-Lewin looked like he was going to have a tap in. Unbelievable defending.
Yep.
But then they do score. And again, it's caught on the counter-attack. But the way the game was going, it was always going to happen like that. And Aaronson got it down the right-hand side. His shot went through the defender's legs. I think it was Botman's legs.
Yep.
Went in off the post. Pope's got no chance. And again, do you know, at that point, I couldn't get angry anymore. I think I'd already blew my top for the first two goals. I thought, this is just what Newcastle used to be like. And this is, it was fun to watch, but my heart, Jesus. I mean, is there anything we could have done better, Don, with that goal? I mean, personally, I just think it was a very quick break from Leeds and they used their pace really well.
So after last night's match, I watched the last three games that we've played, and there's a consistent problem in all three of those games, and it's unforced errors.
Yes. Was it Whistle who gave the ball away, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Poor passing. I don't know whether it's because we've got new players coming into the squad and they're not aware of where the other players are yet, and they're still getting that dynamic in place. But it's there's been two or three critical moments in each of those games where a ball's been played, the player hasn't been there, the opposition has picked it up and it's launched in a counter, and out of 9 of those, the opposition scored off 4 of them. So we've just got to cut those out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of sloppy passes last night. Which was
that the one? Was that the one where Ramsey slipped and the ball went past him, and Leeds launched the counter from there?
Yeah, well, Whistler lost the ball and Ramsey slipped. Yeah, there was a few like that where it's simple passes in field as well, where it's like 5 yards, 10 yards, and I think Joelinton gave one to Bruno, which nearly cost us again as well, where he tried to pivot in midfield again. I was like, "Well, don't do that, man! Stop it!"
What I did like was Pope took control.
Yes,
and he stopped this playing out from the back.
Yeah,
because that was catching us a lot, and he just went, "Let's stop this. Let's just go along," and we started having a bit of success.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we've got to come to the Shaw situation. So the good news is, apparently, this is what Keith Downey's released literally not that long ago. Fabian Shaw has not broken his ankle after being stretchered off. The Swiss defender was in tears as he was taken to hospital last night, but tests showed there was no break. However, the 34-year-old is likely to be missing for an extended period, with the severity of the damage to ligaments still unknown. Shaw's Newcastle contract out in the summer. Eddie Howe will give an update update at his news conference tomorrow morning. So the good news is no break. The problem is ligaments are just as bad sometimes, aren't they?
Yeah, that's I mean, Shearer had that in that Everton preseason game that took him out for 6 months. Yep. And we had just sold Sir Les. You know, all of a sudden we're forced going into the season with John Dahl Thomason up front. So
Malcolm Cavi says, can you lot please keep it down? I've got a show going on here. Well, I know yours is going to be like a morgue after that absolute mauling you got at Brentford. But we're happy as Larry, mate. Just wait for Monday, by the way. Even though I'm not on the show, Dan, you're going to be well educated about what you need to be going through. Really looking forward to doing it. Barnes is going to cost you 100 million after last night. He's a City fan, by the way. He's a nice lad, but he keeps on coming in. I want Barnes. You're not getting him. I mean, the tackle itself, I mean, it wasn't a foul, but it's just one of those unfortunate ones where the legs got tangled. And of course, Calvert-Lewin's a big lad, comes down on it. Shaw's got his leg in between his two. So the force down on it, it's like basically having your leg kicked on a curb, isn't it? You know, like it's just going to snap. Horrible, but the good news is, like we say, no break. We've just got to wait for news on the ligaments when swelling goes down, the extent to it. I mean, it could be career ending, really.
Yeah, that's what it looked at. That's exactly what it looked like. Another Leeds fan was in my DMs this morning saying, I said, poor Shar. He's probably done for his career. And he goes, oh, you mean the guy who tackled our guy or tackled DCL and got what was coming to him? And I was just like, oh, right. Come on. That's not fair.
I hear people like that. I mean, there's been a few Sunderland fans as well saying, I hope that's the... But again, yeah, my mate's done his ligaments before, and he's just sent a picture in to remind us what it looked like. So if you want a general idea of what Shaw's foot could be looking like, it could be looking a bit like that.
Yeah.
Ow.
Like a tennis ball. Actually, it's bigger than a tennis ball, isn't it? It's just but there we go. So we wish him a speedy recovery. I hope this isn't the end of his Newcastle career because of it. Again, it's a very hard one to come back at his age, especially with his contract running out in the summer. Yeah. Do we risk it and give him another year? I don't know.
Well, he'll be doing Tag Howard Hoyer ads now. You know, he'll do just fine with his modeling career. He'll be all right. He'll be doing adverts for O'Neill wetsuits. You know, unzipped down to the navel like in Austria. So he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be. He'll be fine, but he's an intelligent guy as well, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously, he goes off. So what do we have? We have Super Miley. Whack him at centre back. Miley's the answer to every single equation. You know, in fact, I've heard he's got a twin brother. It wouldn't surprise me if we see him go in the next game.
I wouldn't
it's
either.
Getting that ridiculous, isn't it? It's getting that ridiculous that Lewis Miley can just play where he wants. That should be his song. He plays.
That was good. I was just about. He plays where he wants.
Lewis Miley. He plays where he wants. I mean, he was fantastic again, wasn't he, Don? Just to slip in there. I know, obviously, we concede when he's there, but fair play to him for giving it a crack.
Every game he's doing the work of 10 men. You know, and you think about it. No matter what position they're playing him in, you don't see a dip in his performance.
No.
Yeah, he's you know, and look how young he is, for God's sake.
In 19.
How amazing is he going to be when he hits his mid-20s?
I know. And you know, do you know what it is? I feel I'm embarrassed to say it. There was a point where I thought, is he good enough? Is he not good enough? I think we've all asked that question, and he has answered that tenfold recently, hasn't he?
Well, I mean,
I don't think I've watched the game where I think he's been bad.
No, I just think it was when he was being left out of the team a lot. It was the passing back a lot. I think he's developed his game a lot more. He's got a lot more confident now going forward. I think that was the thing we were all looking and missing and going, can he change the game? Can he push us forward with his runs, with his passing? And in the past, he was very sideways, backwards. But now he's just developed his game so much further. It's incredible to see it. And at that point, I mean, we're talking like 6 months ago, I was like, Is Miley good enough? Is the PSR money better? Obviously. Jesus Christ, how wrong I was, and how wrong was everybody else who's even questioned the lad, because, like I say, playing at right back, he had a 7.7 yesterday, and he had to move into left back.
After going into central midfield. I mean, the fact that he played 3 different positions yesterday. Eddie Howe was asked about that after the game yesterday, and he said, to be honest, Lewis has played more in training in center back than he has at right back. But when he was asked to take on right back, he said, "Yeah, I'll give it my best." You can't ask for any better than that. And the fact that he started yesterday as right back, then went to central midfield to sub out Tonali, and then forced into central defense to play alongside Botman, who, of course, is also just coming back from injury. The kid can do no wrong at this point. And as Don said, I wouldn't be surprised at all if something happened to Howard and all of a sudden Aaron Ramsdale falls on his face getting off the bench. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we put the gloves on Miley and stuck him in between the sticks. He's that good at this point.
He's tall enough. And do you know what it is? Eddie Howe deserves a hell of a lot of praise for this. And again, for the development of the player. Not just that, he stuck up for him so many times in magazines, in the programs, in press conferences. He said Lewis Miley is the future of Newcastle United Football Club. And now you can see why he's been saying that. Because, unbelievable. And I've got a stat thing which I saw was just incredible. I mean, Lewis Miley's attempted 257 passes in his last 4 Premier League games, and he's only misplaced 9 of them. That is incredible. And he had 100% against Palace, 59 out of 59.
That's less than 3%.
It's 4%. 96% altogether. It's on there. But again, I mean, I've run out of superlatives for him.
Yeah.
Super Miley.
You can have my wife.
It's interesting you mentioned
Lewis Miley.
Because the more I think about it, we've just been talking about Kevin Keegan and how he was really great with young players. But so was Sir Bobby. So was Ozzy Ardiles. I think we have a tendency to attract and foster managers who look after our young'uns, and that's why when we get them and we can develop them so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's why some of them stay at the club when they get these big offers coming in.
Yeah. I tweeted out about a week ago and I said, is Lewis Miley turning into a better Steve Watson?
Yes. Yeah.
Versatile, play anywhere, put in a shift. The only thing he hasn't done is score. He has scored goals. He's even done that.
Yeah.
And someone actually said underneath it when Steve Watson at this age was well above Miley. I was just like, come on, mate. What have you been smoking?
Mine's unbelievable.
I want some of that. Right. Let's get to the comeback. So finally it came. I mean, I to be honest with you, when it hit about the 87th minute, I was sitting in my seat and I thought, we're going to have a bit of extra time here. We'll get a draw. We'll get a draw. We'll get a chance and we'll put it away. And it was all again Bruno's drive. He didn't have his best game, especially in the first half, but the second half he was outstanding. And his passion and drive really pushed us forward. And when that cross went in and hit the Leeds defender's hand, I went, it's got to be given. Has to be given because they give the Chow one. You give Chow one, you've got to give that one. And then someone lied to me. I can't believe they gave that handball. It was just inside the box. I was like, in the box is in the box, mate. Doesn't matter if it's just in. That's like saying you didn't cheat on your missus because the tip went in. You didn't put the whole lot in. Right? It doesn't work like that. No. All right, mate? He was just like, oh. So if you're giving the Chow one, you've got to give that one. So he did, and fair play to him. I mean, I felt sorry for the Leeds defender because if he just got his head on it slightly, it wouldn't have been a penalty. Because it
was Aaronson again.
It was, yeah. And I'm not going to lie to you, Dan, when Bruno stepped up to take the penalty, I went, Why isn't Wissa taking it?
That was the first words. When I saw Bruno tuck the ball under his arm, I was sitting there going, is this a Trippier game again? Where, Trips was holding on to it and then he's going to give it off.
Yeah,
I was
like,
sitting there.
Pass it off.
I couldn't believe, but then I said to myself, right now he's on the highest goal scored for his career at Newcastle at this point. I said he's looking to get to double digits this season.
Oh yeah, he's 23 goals away now.
And at that point, I also said, I have every belief that he will bury this because he's Bruno.
Do you know? I
pretty
wasn't
good penalty average, you know.
Well, it was.
He scored 5 of his last 6.
Yep. Yep.
I didn't know that when he stepped up. The only one that was in the back of my mind was the Palace penalty shootout.
Yeah. That was the one I thought of too.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the last one he missed, actually.
There you go. That is why it was in the back of my head. I want to quickly come back to this, Jim. I understand where you're coming from in a way, but what you got to remember is Kevin Keegan asked all the Premier League managers to have reserve games cancelled from the stadiums because of the way the pitches were cutting up back in the day.
Yep.
Everyone voted with him and then went behind his back. And
Yep.
that's the one reason why he doesn't talk to Fergie anymore, because Fergie was one of them. Because Fergie was scared of Kevin Keegan's side. So he dumped the reserves so the pitch would be the best condition it could be for the first team. So it wasn't a decision because he wanted to do it. He did it because he wanted to win us trophies. And that's the reason why he did it. So just I think that's about right, isn't it? I'm positive I'm right.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't the board. It was literally Keegan saying, I want the pitch for my first 11. Gordon's selfish attitude cost the team several points so far this season. If it benefits the team, he has to play on the right. Barnes is better on the left. I disagree with that. I honestly massively disagree with that. And Barnes isn't refusing to play on the left. Eddie Howe's just come out and said, I don't think he plays well there. So why would you play him there? And at the moment, when we don't really have another right winger, Harvey Barnes has filled in nicely yesterday, which I didn't think would work, and it has worked. And Gordon did some good stuff in the game. Like I said, the first goal was all because of Gordon, without him being in where he was. So, yeah, I think people just jump on it because he hasn't scored or got an assist. It's really frustrating. So we got the penalty, scored in the 91st minute, 10 minutes extra time. Go on and win it. I was like, come on, we're going to do this. And then time started phasing out, and they nearly got the winner. We then nearly got the winner. They then nearly got the winner again. And then the ball ends up, we get a corner. By the way, how did we not score from a corner yesterday? Shaw hitting the post.
So many of them.
One off the line.
Yeah.
And do you know what it is? Everyone said to us, and they've been saying it all season, we're shocking from corners and free kicks. We've scored 10 goals this season from corners. That's actually very impressive. I think we're 4th highest in the Premier League now. From being the worst to the 4th highest is actually pretty good. So we have a corner. I thought when the ball went out for the throw-in, that was it. The referee was going to blow his whistle, and he didn't. I was just like, and then they threw the ball backwards, and I went, don't throw it backwards, you'll blow the whistle. He didn't. And then suddenly Bruno's got the ball in swinger. Botman chests it down. Now, I am sticking to this. Joelinton had his hands up in the air because he was celebrating before Harvey Barnes even touched the ball.
Yep.
And he knew it was going in. He just knew it was. I know he was appealing for a penalty, but just the way this is my Titanic moment. He's got his hands up in the air. He just knew it. Bang, right in the bottom corner. Keeper should have saved it. But that, do you know what it reminded me of? The Norwich game in the Championship under Rafa. The last minute winner when Dwight Gale turned, swiveled, and put it in the same corner, in the same end, and that pushed us on to win the league that year. And it was just superb. It really was superb.
Near, far, wherever you are. Is that where you're going?
Something like that. And Scott, that was the first time this season we've come from behind, not only once, not only twice, but 3 times in one game, or just in general, to get 3 points or to get anything.
I've said it more and more times in this channel, we don't come back. I've said it more and more times. And last night, I said in the group, we're coming back tonight. And we did it. Do you know what it was? I want to go quickly back to Bruno's penalty. that was a proper captain's moment for him.
Yeah.
I'm taking responsibility. If I miss it, it's on me. If I hit it, if I score it, it's on. I love that. That was a it's on me. And he's just growing as a captain. But yeah, and then to put the ball in the box again, like he is just Mr. Newcastle, isn't he? He absolutely is a king in Newcastle. And Barnes, the swivel, you just knew it was going in. You just knew it was going in. And I'm sorry, Baz, you're not going to like this, mate, but at the minute, Barnes is clear of Gordon.
I love it when people say this. Gordon will be a better player than Barnes when he gets an England call-up.
It's present in time. Barnes is clear.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, I get it. But on form at the moment, yes. Anyway, Don, I'll tell you who deserves the massive respect. It is Botman, because Botman kept that alive. Who did, apparently.
Do you know, I think Botman's lacking sharpness, and he's coming back in the squad. He's still lacking that sharpness, and you know he's come in and he's done a shift for us, and he's massively assisted in that game. I think he needs probably 2 more games. I'm hoping that when we get to Liverpool on the 31st, he'll be ready to go. But unfortunately, I think we need to buy a centre back now.
Oh, 100%. But just to keep the ball alive the way he did, it was just heroes. Just
that was
like
smart.
It was like jumping on a grenade the way that he jumped after that ball. You know, I'm keeping this for my team. I tell you what, have you seen the video with Bruno? When he scored, he's literally just gearing the fans up. He looked up the Leeds fans.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god!
Oh, it was the neat D-bends and the as he's scooting across the 18. It was
and he's giving it all this and that, and they look the Leeds fans. I was just like, oh my god, he just loves it. He just gets it. And I tell you what, it's great to see these two reacting the way they did as well, because normally Eddie's very cool and calm on the sideline, but he lost his shit last night, didn't he?
Yep.
It was just beautiful. Scott, what are you doing? Get out the chat. Can we get gear? No, we won't be able to get gear.
You know what my favorite thing of last week was? With the release of the 95-96 retro line. Well, no, but I mean, what killed me was, did you notice Jason Tyndall's center parting?
No.
Go back and look at it, because he is taking a absolute piss. He's got his hair creased down the center, and it's piled off to the side. So when you look at that one picture of the 4 lads up through the sunroof of the car, just have a look at it, because Jason Tyndall's got his little front brow curls, because it's parted right down the center. He was absolutely creasing it. It was hilarious. So just to see those two in big smiles on the sideline last night after winning that thing was it was the culmination of what a week we're just having. We're in form now.
I'll tell you what, Gordon needs to cut that hair.
Oh no.
He's right at the back under the L. He needs to cut the hair. Eddie's in the picture under the A. I'm trying to find Toon Army. Can anyone see him?
I don't. The Italian. It's on my phone, mate. It's way too small for me.
He's not there.
He's not there, is he?
No,
well, he must have been at the hospital as expected. And it's just around the corner.
Yeah. Well, I probably went to an expensive one, but yeah.
I came to London.
Yeah, it's like to London.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's Tonali. There's Tonali. Is that his wife in front of him?
What? Yeah, he is there.
Over Sven Botman's shoulder.
He's under the W, between the C and the W and the C.
Yeah. There's a bird in front of him.
There is,
Maybe the match scared the burn out of him.
Yeah, could very well have been.
Oh man, that's what we tried to do with our first. We took her for a curry.
Oh, that has
he came out a couple of days later. So 3 wins on the bounce, coursing in the Champions League, 6 in the league, a semi-final. Where did it all go wrong? She had more. No, but it could have been. Like I said, we literally brung on the, we
brought on the
yeah. Anyway, everyone says we were shocking. We weren't. We were a little bit outplayed in the first half, like Don said. But when we got the tactics right, we were flying in that second half. Look at how many more passes we had. It means we had the ball more. They were very good on the counter attack. Both had 2 clear-cut chances. 18 shots though, 8 on target. We're getting a bit better with that, with the ratio. Now, they had 14 and 6, which is not great for us because we like to obviously keep it clean. I don't think anyone had 4-3 on the bingo chart, did they? So, no one was ever getting that one. You got the 4, yeah, you did. You did say you'd score 3 or 4. You wasn't expecting us to concede 3. But wasn't it nice? What did you say? Sorry, Scott?
I thought we were going to be on the wrong end of my prediction because I thought we were going to win.
You said, yeah. I said 2-1. To be fair, I thought it'd be tight. I should give birth in London, not in Phoenix window. Jesus Christ.
Baz, I know you're going to ask for our men of the match, and
Yes.
I've got to run inside here. It's Barnes all day long. It's Barnes all day long.
Yeah, fair enough. I like that. Enjoy your trim.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Don, good to see you. Scotty, I'll see you. I guess maybe tomorrow.
Yes.
Or Monday at least, right?
Monday at least, yeah, mate.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, lads. We'll see you later.
Enjoy.
Scott, your man of the match?
It's got to be Harvey Barnes.
Yeah? Everyone's going for the easy one.
The thing is, though, you can
go on, Scott. Carry on.
Couldn't you? Like, there's just too many to pick from. Bruno, Miley, but I think Barnes.
I mean, he was the winner, wasn't he? So it's easy to give it to him. To obviously getting us back in the game and then winning the game. Don, your man of the match?
Bruno.
Bruno, yeah, second half, yeah.
He created the goals.
Yeah.
He put in he scored 1, created 2, put in a talisman performance, and led from the front, led by example. He was solid. He had a really good game last night. Bounced back from the last one, which I thought he had an average game for him, which is still pretty decent, but average.
See, I've gone for Miley for playing in 3 different positions and still getting a 7.7 rating. I just think he was just unbelievable.
Yeah,
I really do.
That either.
It's hard. I mean, it's nice though, isn't it? Because in the past, it's Bruno. Now we can actually talk about other players now actually coming into the fold for man of the matches. So,
isn't it interesting that we're talking about how badly they played at times in that match?
Yeah,
but we've got so many candidates for man of the match.
Yeah.
Well, all down the right hand side. Miley was a 7.7, Bruno was an 8.1, and Barnes was an 8.6. And on down the left hand side, well, I mean, Joelinton was a 7.4. He had a good game. Gordon was a 7.2, and Lewis Hall was a 6.3. He didn't have his best game again, Lewis Hall. Didn't have a bad game, but didn't have his best game.
He had a few mistakes that could have cost us in the early part of the game.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'll quickly just throw this up because we do have a great charity night at Newcastle Benfield Football Club on the 27th of February. Don't know if that's something you want to come to, Don. It's only £15 per person. Super Mac and Gibbo, and we've got Graham Bailey who's going to talk about stuff that contacts that he's got behind the scenes to find out about training ground sponsors and St James's Park. Do we move? Do we not move? And anything that might have went awry in the January window. And then we're just going to pass it over to the two legends to talk, because when them two get together, they're just absolutely phenomenal. There's the QR code. All you got to do is scan that. It'll take you to the website to buy the tickets. Every single penny. No one's getting any money for this, not even the guests. It's all going to two charities, Butterwick Hospice and Azure charity that Gibbo sponsors. So come down, make it a night to remember. We're going to fully enjoy ourselves, I can tell you that, because the bar is cheap. And that always helps. Just looking forward to doing it. And thank you to Prince Charming in Wallsend. He's sponsoring the night. So we're able to give more money to charity, which is brilliant. He'll be there with some stuff from his shop, and he does loads of memorabilia, loads of different stuff as well. Now, I'm not going there like Scott did. Now he's changed his background now, the wimp.
You bottled it.
I'll go back if you want me to.
But there's the league
If you commit, you stick with it.
Baz is waving his diva demands. Never. But there's the league. I mean, the league table looks so much nicer now, doesn't it? It's took a while. The cream always comes to the top, doesn't it? Eventually. No, there's no photo shoot unless you want a photo with Dan. But we've just got to be looking at Liverpool now. Have Arsenal scored yet, Don?
No, it's 0-0. To be fair, Liverpool should have scored. Hello. Oh, yeah. Liverpool hit the bar in the first half. Open goalkeeper was well off his line. Lobbed the keeper, but unfortunately at the bar. Arsenal starting to come into the game now, though.
Ooh.
In fact, if that hadn't been a crap touch there by Gibbs White, they would have scored. Sorry, by Rice, they would have scored there.
Right. We need Arsenal to get the win because obviously that keeps us within touch and distance with Liverpool. And the great thing is as well, it's the FA Cup on the weekend, so Sunderland will be staying in 10th for a lot longer than they think they want to. I think they deserve to. I mean, Don, we've got to keep looking up, haven't we? I mean, I still think top 5 is Champions League because of the 6 teams that are in the Champions League in England, which means we should get enough points to make that 5th spot an extra Champions League spot. So 1 point off it.
Yeah, unless there's a catastrophic failing in the Champions League, we've definitely get 5 places.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I don't know if you've been watching Villa. They're starting to look a bit leggy in the games. And in their last game, it was Palace, I think, 0-0. Palace looked the better team. And given that we just beaten them. Villa could be running out of steam. And January is always that place where it comes true because that's the point where your players are starting to get that fatigue and you start relying on your bench a bit more. And they haven't got that solidity. It's interesting. They've just shown a really good stat in the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Arsenal's bench worth 263 million. Liverpool's worth 62 million.
Oh, wow. Well, that's because they're all injured, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's that thing that, when you look at, and you saw that in, bloody hell. Yeah. Can't remember his name. In Palace, Burnley manager's face the other day when we brought in our bench, and he just looked and went, "How the hell do I compete with that?"
Yeah, Scott Parker.
Scott Parker. Yeah. And I think that's what's going to start coming in now. And as people look at that, I think that table's going to change quite significantly. I do. You know my views on Sunderland. I'm not one of these hateful fans. I want to see them with us. We can't beat them in the league if they're not in the league with us.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but I do hope Sunderland have got enough points that they've got a bit of room for having a bit of trouble because that bench that they've got is not particularly strong.
No, they only need 10 more points and they're staying in the league anyway. There's no way they're going down now. And like I say,
not with the 3 that's at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. Scott, you hopeful now? I know a few weeks ago it wasn't as looking as hopeful, but I think it is now. I think it's almost. I think we're going to be thereabouts.
It looked bleak a few weeks ago, didn't it? But we've been waiting for this run. Luckily, it's finally seems to have come round. We do seem to be hitting form, and do you know what it is? This is the time of the season where you want to hit form. These are like we're coming to the championship round soon. We're hitting form, and Eddie seems to be bringing out. Yeah, we're not playing well, but we're winning, and that's the whole point. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea at 8th.
Yeah.
Chelsea were up there in 3rd at one point. It just shows you how quickly this table is turning.
Yeah, I think we'll catch Liverpool.
We're only 2 points behind, 3 points if it stays a draw. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason why we can't. Villa, like I say, it all depends what they do in January. I think we also need to be very shrewd in January. Like Don said, we need a centre-back. I 100% agree with that.
Absolutely.
We're actually going to be challenging Villa on that one. There's a young lad called Mingueza from Celta Vigo. 8 million quid. That looks like a steal to me. And if we can rob that off Villa, that'll be lovely.
Yeah. And then we've got that lad from Wolves we're looking at in midfield as well, aren't we? He scored again at the week on last night. Yeah.
Oh, he's bloody good. Yeah. Honestly, I've watched him and I've just like, please sign him.
Yeah.
2 games in a row he scored. My son-in-law's a Wolves fan, so I watch all the Wolves games. He is a breath of fresh air for Wolves.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Oh, well, again, we might not do too much in January, but those centre back and him would be the perfect additions to the squad to really push us forward, wouldn't it?
It will take a huge offer to Wolves to get him.
Well, we've got money. We're spending the Isaac money.
We all know what happens on the January window there. You pay over the odds.
That's true.
Better to wait. I don't think we've got the option of waiting on the centre back.
No, I don't think we have. No.
You know, £8 million is not a big number for a good quality centre back. Mingueza is a good quality centre back.
It's a tiny fee when you think about it. I mean, we're all saying Chow's an unbelievable signing at 30 million, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, this is my question after the old Tonyali moment. Does Mingueza have a bit of a betting issue that's about to come to light?
Oh, man, we spent 50 million on Tonali for that as well, didn't we? Brilliant. Right. Time to wrap it up. Thank you so much to Dawn and Scott, and obviously Superfine Dan, who's disappeared. We are back tomorrow night for the Oil Brothers show. So that's the Man City loving. We'll obviously be talking about the Carabao Cup semi-final coming up. We'll also talk about the FA Cup. So that'll be interesting. And then on Monday night, Sunday night, first of all, we'll have the review from the FA Cup game, but then Monday night, the crossover show with the Mackhams, Geordies v Mackhams with Stu. Really enjoyed it last Monday with all the lads, and Don was on that as well, and it was a great laugh. It's our turn to get them back. Some of the questions were a bit harsh, so I'm going to get a set ready for Dan, because unfortunately I'll be at work, but keep an eye on the channel. I'll put all the shows in, they're all set. Hit the bell button and don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the way out, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care.
Cheers.